Hello and welcome back. Here I am with the little Panzer here. I can see I started the priming and a little bit of the painting. So just wanted to give you a look how it looks like with the black primer on. This is just Steino Res airbrushed on. So you can take a look at the details before I start painting. And here we have the top as well. And here we have, I'm just giving you a look there. Now unfortunately this kit did not come with any photo etch grills for the top there for the exhausts, and I looked online, I couldn't find any aftermarket for this either, so I think they're just going to stay that way. And here we have the lower turret, which I have painted already in the Dunkelgelb. For that I am using Mission Models paint, this specific one, and airbrushing. So far so good. The paint seems to lay pretty well. As you can see, I also painted the wheels. I sprayed them black, and then I sprayed the metal, and then I just touched up around the edges. Same thing with the main road wheels here. I painted in black, brushed the very top. Whatever overspray there was, I just painted over them. Has a nice good rim, so it makes it nice and easy to paint around with a nice small brush like this. So easy peasy. So now let me just finish up the top and turret, and I'll be right back. Hello and welcome back. Alright, so you can see I put on the Dunkelgelb here on the upper. And for this build, I decided to keep it simple. I'm just going to go with the option B here, which is just straight up dark yellow without the camouflage. And this is from 1943 Tunisia. Anyway, so after doing that, I started painting the little details of the tools that I put on. And we can focus here. We can see I started painting on the metal colors for like the cables and the other tools. And all I'm using for this is just a couple of Vallejo colors, black metal and steel. Just mix them up and get a color and paint them on. So just using one of these little small brushes here makes it pretty not too difficult to paint on. Any little mishaps, I can just touch them up later. Also keep in mind between washes and dirt and stuff will hide some of the any little errors. Anyway, so basically just taking a little bit of the paint and see if I can do this on camera without messing up. Very carefully. Yeah, you can focus. Go around and paint. Now it is a little tedious, but I don't think it's too bad. Just gotta be careful about what you're doing. Just go slowly. Around and paint. Anyway, this is kind of difficult to do this with the camera in front of me, so I'm just gonna finish this up. Finish up the metal parts and the other colors for the tools, and I'll be back after that. Thank you. Hello and welcome back. I'm here ready to finish painting all the little tools and show you there. And actually it was not that difficult, you know, just need a nice little good small thin brush and keep it steady and you complete it. In addition to the tools, I also put on the decals. I gave this all a little spray of clear and put the decals, and not that many of them. And I also started doing a little bit of Tamiya Panaline brown accent. Give it a little bit of starting to do a bit of the weathering process a little early here. As you can see, the little staining that you see there around the rivets. I also did a little bit started here, this quarter panel here. I have not done this one. I'll complete the rest a little later after I attach the top to the bottom and the panels that cover up the screws. But I did do here on the left hand fender here, as you can see the difference in color once you apply some wash and dirt to it. And you can also see the other small tools that I painted. Also, I realized that I forgot to put on the bar here for the front additional armor of the spare tracks in the front, and so I applied that and painted it up to match it. And so that's the top. And here on the bottom, I also started a bit of the weathering. So this is how it looks without any of that panel wash. And here on the other side, where I did it, and hopefully the camera can pick it up. You can see how it picks up all the rivets and all the little details there. It gives a little bit more of a weather wash. Same thing with the return wheels there, and done the same thing with the main wheels, road wheels. As you can see, these are done, and have not this one is nice clean, so you can see the difference. Same thing with the idler wheels there. Anyway, so let me finish that up, and I'll be right back. Hello and welcome back. Continuing some work here on the lower hull. As you see, I've attached the wheels, and if you can see, the hubs of the wheels are a little different color from the main hull here. Reason being, I did a little bit more weathering on the hull before I attached the wheels. That being, I airbrushed some of this Flory sand colored weathering wash over the hull, let it dry, and then I attached the wheels. Once I put on the tracks and I assemble everything, I'll put another coat of the weathering wash over everything to blend everything together. And I started on the tracks, and so here how it looks with the tracks in place. Now for the tracks, I just follow the instructions as they are in the booklet here, in the instruction book. Just following the order as they have it there, placing A1 first, A11 first, and then following in the orders of the arrows that you see here. And everything fits fine, perfectly. So now I'm going to do the other side of the tracks, and I'll be back after that. Hello and welcome back. Here I am with the lower hull again. I finished the tracks on both sides, as you see. I've also attached the upper hull and put in the panels, screwed it in and put on the panels covering up the screw holes. Got the tracks there on the front for the extra armor, and applied the panel line wash there, as you can see. And I also did the same to the turret. Now my next step I'm going to do is do a little bit of chipping, and for that I'm just going to use a little bit of the original paint just to give it a little lighter scratches, and then some red brown in between to highlight some of the edges. And after that I'll apply more of the sand wash, and I'll be back after that. All right, thank you. Hello and welcome back. All right, so I kind of jumped ahead and finished up the kit here, the model. I added a little figure from one of those Tamiya figure kits, 148 scale kits that I had, and here it is. I did a little bit more, as I mentioned before. I did a little bit more of the that sand wash on the tracks and all over the vehicle, just spray it lightly. And then what I did a little dry brushing with a little metallic color, specifically this Mr. Metal color, dark iron, and I just lightly brushed around the edges. I'm gonna put down the camera lower angle and just give you a little bit more of a closer look. Okay, so here's a little closer look at the models. You can see some of the chipping and the dry brushing of the metal on the edges, just to give it a bit of a worn look, and the dirty look from all the sand, dust, dirt, and whatnot there. And you can also take a look at the figure. I put the little headset on, but one thing I should have put on was also probably glue on a little bit of a wire, thin wire, just dangling down, because obviously they didn't have wireless headsets back then for the tankers. Anyway, so it was a nice, quick, easy kit to put together. It's a fun little thing to put, to do with the painting and the weathering, especially when you're dealing with this, a monochrome single color vehicle like this. I think it just makes it a little bit more interesting and a little challenging when I put the tools on and then paint them by hand while in place. That was also just a little challenging, but it was pretty turned out to be pretty easy as well. Let me just, as you can see over here inside the tracks there, the weathering, the dirt there, sand on the tracks on both sides. I'll give you a little closer look here in the front angle there. You can see, and the tank man commander, and here on the back you can see the all the dirt and dust and so forth. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this little kit. Highly recommend all these 148 scale Tamiya vehicles. They're fun to build, quick builds, and gives you one more space on your shelves for more models, and also opportunities for painting, testing out your painting and weathering skills before moving up to larger vehicles. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Appreciate all the likes and comments over the past several months, and I will be back with the next kit in another week or two. All right. Thank you, take care, and happy modeling.